Hey guys, it's Matt. What can money buy? If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that I usually just use cheap tools. That's probably not a good habit of mine, but I think it just boils down to I don't have the money to buy good expensive tools, and I've never had the experience with good expensive tools and the difference that they can make. The other day, actually it's probably a couple months ago now, my buddy came over and he happened to bring his impact gun. And I got a chance to try out an expensive impact gun, and the difference was completely amazing. Up until now, I've always had just a cheap, this is probably a $30 impact gun. And so today I was planning on taking off the suspension of the crawler build here, and I just got so frustrated that I had to go out and buy an expensive impact gun. For one, I couldn't get off the bolts for the control arms, but even when I went to go take the lug nuts off of the wheels, this thing just wouldn't cut it. So I went out and bought a $200 impact gun, and it's a lot of money, yes, but just think of the time that it's going to save me. If you've never used a gun like this, it's huge. There's a huge difference, and I'm about to show you the difference. But it just amazes me because I never really thought about it before. I just thought that you were paying for the name or something like that. But there's a huge difference, and let's check it out. Alright, so here is the $30 impact gun. It's on reverse. Let's give it a try. Alright, so that is exactly the same as it was on the other side. I could sit there all day long and that sucker would never budge. Now let's try a $200 gun and check out the difference here. It's not even that much louder. It's not louder at all. But man, that thing makes a difference. Let's try it on a lug nut and see what happens here. That thing sucks. So before I had this gun, I would still make do. I would usually, though, just break out the breaker bar and have to manhandle it. And that's the way I've been doing it for years and years. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some applications where this is still useful. For instance, this does have an adjustment on here, but this thing is rated at, I think it's 640 foot-pounds. So if you can imagine, if you accidentally hold that button a little too long while you're trying to put some lug nuts on, you can really do some damage and strip out a bolt or the threads really fast. So you still have to be really careful whenever you're putting bolts and nuts on with this thing, because it just has so much power. And that's when you might, be able to use something like this. And I'm guessing these are just for regular mechanics who are just changing tires here and there. But, I can't believe the difference that this makes. So what I'd like to hear from you guys is, what kind of tools do you need to spend the high dollars on? And what kind of tools can you get away with, being cheap on? This is one of them that you need to go ahead and spend the money on. I probably waited a little too long to do that, but I'm glad I did. So let me know in the comments what you think you can get by with cheaply and what you need to spend the money on. I'm looking forward to hearing that. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.